Okay, so it's been at least 35 minutes that I left the concrete to dry out a little bit, and naughty me, I probably let it dry out just a bit too much. In the bucket it's fine, but I shouldn't have let the bird dry out quite that long. So, live and learn. But you can spray your bird just a tiny bit with water, very fine spray, and then you can scrunch up your concrete and add, because the thicker the concrete is, the better. It's not like clay where you can put a really thin layer over your armature. Concrete needs to be quite thick. When I say quite thick, like if you were going to drive on it, it'd need to be 4 inches, which is 100 mil thick. But on an armature, at least it needs to be well over ½ an inch thick, preferably 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. So, but he's looking better, starting to look more like a bird than he did before. He looked like a seal or something. But because I've let him dry too long, I'm having issues with the tail section, but that's okay. I'm going to show you what you can do. You can put some wire in here into his beak and some wire into his tail. Then we can scrunch him all up and put little marks all over him, and we can actually do some more work on him tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll show you how to make little wing shapes and all that sort of thing. But I'm also going to use the rest of this and cover my paper towel in concrete, which I'll come back and show you. But see, he's at least a bird shape now. But he needs a better beak, better head, some eyes. So I'm just going to ruffle him all up in a minute. Let him dry, and then make a new batch of concrete to put over the top of him tomorrow. Just give him a bit more of a head and a basic beak, and see how the metal, I'll just pull a bit away, see how the metal from the alfoil is showing through there, and that's because he doesn't have enough covering over that armature, so we need a lot more. So his head needs to be a whole lot bigger, and in so doing I'm going to have to make a much longer tail so that he doesn't look out of proportion. And see, when I'm pressing him, he's breaking apart. Can you see? Here. Look, it's breaking apart. And that's because the concrete dried a bit too much, and because he didn't have enough covering over the alfoil armature. But anyway, as I said, I'm going to finish him tomorrow. And I'll show you how to correct this problem tomorrow. But I do prefer this consistency of concrete now for sculpting. And see here, the alfoil is causing some issues there. So I'm going to break that away, and I'll ruffle it up, and I'm going to put some wire there, and tomorrow we'll cover the wire. Might end up being a chicken, this one. Chook, 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 chook. So I'll be back in a sec.